All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kakwadash, Barakatham, that will honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. They were well, and a salute and a Shalom to all the Akim that are out here laboring, pushing this truth in all sincerity and in truth. Real quick, this is going to be a real quick lesson on fighting the good fight of faith. All right. This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 4. Let's see real quick. Now, 2 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 7. It says, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Right? Let's get 1 Timothy 6 and 12. 1 Timothy 6 and 12, it says, fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and professed a good profession before many witnesses. Right? So, now, we're not fighting for a spot in Esau's world, in Esau's kingdom, right? We ain't fighting to be just to be some rich slaves in captivity. We ain't fighting. We're not fighting for that, man. All right, man. We are fighting for everlasting life. All right, we are fighting for our salvation, man. All right, we're fighting for the kingdom, man. All right, man. We're fighting for our families to hopefully be saved through us. All right, man. All right, man. And we are fighting to it's like we're also fighting to make our calling and our election sure. Right? It says, fight the good fight of faith, whereunto thou art also called, and has professed a good profession. It says before many before many witnesses. Right? Now, professing a good profession. What's that? That's this truth, man. That's this truth. That's this truth. That's this gospel. All right. Let's get this. Let's see. I believe it's this First Corinthians. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. All right, it says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain. Right? So, we know that Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, is not unrighteous to forget our works. Right? So we are fighting a good fight of faith. All right? By what, man? By being steadfast. Right? Not being swayed by these other doctrines. Right? We are constantly abounding in the work. We are always what? Studying, always doing lessons, right? And constantly hitting the highways and hedges, man. All right? Let's get that. Hold on. Can't remember where it is. Where is it? Okay. Khan. This is Hebrews 6 and 10. Hebrews 6 and 10, it says, for Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget our work and labor of love. For ye, so like it says, which ye have shewed, which ye have shewed toward his name, right? In that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister, right? Says, and we desire that every one of you do shew the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, right? Says that ye be not it says that ye be not slothful, right? Slothful, but followers of them who through faith, patience inherit inherit the promises, right? So we are fighting to obtain the promises, right? We're fighting to obtain the promises, man. All right, man, and to hopefully be of the hopeful elect. All right, man, to be of the elect. That's what we are fighting for, man. Right? Hebrews 11 and 1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Right? So we are fighting for something that we don't see with our physical eye, but we see it in the spirit, man. Right? We know it's coming. All right, man, we have dreams and we have visions. All right? Right, it says, the substance of things, so I get. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, right? So we're hoping for what? Salvation, the kingdom, right? For by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh, so that things which are seen, were not made of things which do appear. Right? By faith Abel offered unto Yahweh a more excellent sacrifice than Cain. By it, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous. Who was righteous? Abel was. Says Yahweh testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. Right? Says by faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found because Yahweh had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased Yahweh. And how did he please him? By having faith in him. It says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Right? Now let's get James chapter 1, verse 2. No, chapter 1, verse 12. It says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which Yahweh hath promised to them that love him. Right? Says, by faith Noah, being warned of Yahweh of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house. by the which he condemned the world, because Salakia, and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. Right? Let's get Romans real quick. Romans 1:16. Right? I was thinking it was going to be a real quick lesson, but hey, Romans 1:16 says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Hamashiach, Yahushua, for it is the power of Yahweh unto salvation, to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek." See? So we have faith because we're not ashamed of the gospel of Hamashiach Yahushua. All right? It says, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should receive after for an inheritance, obeyed and went out, not knowing whither he went. Right? Hold on, let's get it real quick. Romans 4. Let's see. Kind of says, Romans 4:13 says, "For the promise that he should be the heir of the world was not to Abraham or to his seed through the law, but through the righteousness of faith." Wow. Now let's get this real quick. Let's get this. Romans 4:13. Let's see what it say. Heir of the world. Now the word for world in Romans 4:13 is cosmos. Yasha. All right. It says, hold on where I'm at. It says, for if they which are of the law be heirs, faith is made void, and the promises made and the promise made of none effect. Right? So all right, man. So if it was by the law, then we wouldn't make it. Why? Because we can't. Why? Because we're not able. Because we're not able to keep the law perfectly. Right? We can only keep certain laws, man. Right? But we have faith though. That's why we're doing all of this, man. Because we believe. We honestly believe, man. It says, by faith he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country. Dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. Right? It says, for he looked for a city which hath foundations, whose builder and maker is Yahweh. So even Abraham looked for a city. Looked for that city. That city is what? The kingdom. Okay? That city is the kingdom. We're fighting for righteousness to flourish on this earth, man. That's what we're fighting for. Right? Now, we are the only ones that's fighting for righteousness. We're the only ones doing that. Nobody else but us. Okay? says, through faith, also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed and was delivered of a child when she was past age, because she judged him faithful who had promised. Therefore sprang there even of me in him as good as dead, so many as the stars of the multitude, so like as the stars in the sky, so like as the stars of the sky in multitude, and the sand which is by the seashore, innumerable, right? So that's one of the promises that Yahweh made to Abraham, man, right? That his seed would be as the sand of the sea, and as the stars of heaven. Right now, when we came out of Egypt, we were a big nation, man. We were huge, right? But guess what, though? There's still a lot of Israelites on this earth still. So guess what? This promise is going to also come to pass where? In the kingdom. Because in the kingdom, say what? It says in Isaiah, it says, kind of says, can't think of it at all. I know where it is. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I'm tripping. Wrong one. Kanye, here it is. Isaiah 60:22 says, a little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, Yahweh, will hasten in his time. Right? So there will be millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of Israelites in the kingdom. Right? Every Israelite family is going to have thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands and thousands of children, right? And our children will what? Grow up, right? And they will have thousands and thousands upon thousands upon thousands of children. So we're going to have thousands upon thousands upon thousands, even millions of what? Grandchildren. Okay? Our children will be able to play in the streets of Jerusalem, man. All right? Our children will be able to play in the streets of Jerusalem, man. My daughter, she will be able to play in the streets of Jerusalem, man. All I got to do is keep the faith, man. All right, man, because Yahweh, he already told me before a month before she was born, man. He told me, he said, hey, son, don't worry about it, man. She good. I got her, man. Right? You just focus on me, man. You just focus on me and focus on the truth, man. I got you, man. She gonna make it. She's gonna make it, man. Just focus on the truth, man. See? Let's keep on going. It says, verse 13, these all died in faith, not having received the promises, right? So they didn't receive the promises at that time, right? It says, but having seen them afar off, right? And were persuaded of them. So we are persuaded of these promises, right? We are persuaded of this gospel, of this truth, and also of the promises, man. All right, it says what? Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind, right? All right, then. Yeah. Says, and were persuaded of them and embraced them and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. So we are strangers and pilgrims on the earth, man. All right? So we're not going to be in America forever. America is finished. America is done. All right, man. This place is tacky. This place is tacky, ashy, and very, very, very shitty and vile, man. I hate this place, man. I hate this place. I hate waking up every goddamn morning to go to work. I'm tired of that, man. I'm sick of it. But, hey. All right, man. But, at the end of the day, man, we're going home, man. We're going to get the kingdom, man. We're going to get the kingdom, man. We're going to get the kingdom. Yeah, because Yahushua said what? He said, fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. We're going to get the kingdom, man. The kingdom is already built. Right? Let's get this. Let's get Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. Ephesians 2 and 8, it says, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and not that of yourselves. It is the gift of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, right? So, faith is a gift, right? Faith is a gift, man, right? So we are hoping for all of this, which we're going to get it, right? But we are just hoping that we are of the elect. That's what we're hoping, man. We are hoping and fighting to be of the elect. All right? Let's get this. Here it is. Let's get the book of James first. Before I get that, James. Let's see. Where is it at? It says, Connie, here it is. James chapter 2 and verse 17. It says, even so faith, if it hath not works, is dead being alone. Right? So you have to have faith and works, right? Because works is how your faith is made perfect. And I'm going to read that in a minute. It says, yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. God says, shew me thy faith without thy works, and I will shew thee my faith by my works. So you can't show someone faith if you don't have any works, because your faith is dead. Why? Because you ain't doing nothing. It says, thou believest that there is one God, that there is one power, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble, right? But wilt thou know, O man, O vain man, that faith without works is dead, right? Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he had offered Isaac his son upon the altar? Seeing, seest thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect. Right? So your faith is made perfect by what? By your works. See? Now, last verse. No, not the last verse. I'll get another one after this, but 2 Timothy 4:7-8. It says, I have fought a good fight, I have finished my course, I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which Yahushua, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them that also love his appearing. Right now, when I was in the Christian church, I never read this verse. I've only been reading this verse since I've been in the truth. All right? Because in the Christian church, I didn't know nothing about Deuteronomy 28. I didn't even know that there was a book of Deuteronomy in the scriptures. I had no idea. Let's get this. 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra 2 and 42. It says, I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised Yahweh Bashim with songs, right? And in the midst of them were, Khan says, in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, right? And was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. Right? And that man is Yahushua. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said, These. He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal. Right? Now, the mortal clothing are these bodies, right? The immortal is those heavenly bodies, man. Right? Say, and have confessed the name of Yahweh Bashim Shah, and now are they crowned and receive palms, right? So we confessed the names Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, right? Now, we have confessed the word, right? We have, right? We have confessed this word, this gospel, and what's contained in the gospel. The names Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, right? Says, then said I unto the angel, what young person is it that crowneth them, and he giveth them palms or their hands? So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, right? Now, Ezra, he even saw himself, but he didn't know it though. See? So, Aki, man, hopefully this lesson was edifying, man, and it boosted and uplifted your spirit, man. Right? We almost home, man. We almost home. There's no doubt in my mind, man. There is no doubt in my mind, man. We almost about this bitch, man. Right? So, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Kakodash, Barakathon. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, they were well. And a salute and a shalom to all the Akim that are out here laboring and pushing this truth in all sincerity and in truth. And with that, I say shalom.